Football came back strong after the bye week to win at Northwestern, and Coach Pat Fitzgerald had to walk off his home field the chance of Go Big Red. But hey, you can't blame Husker fans for this one. It's your fault for scheduling the game over fall break and making traveling to an exciting city like Chicago even easier for us simple, boring Nebraska folk. Nebraska started off slow on Saturday against Northwestern before really dialing up the heat to beat the Wildcats on the road and keep themselves at the forefront of the Big Ten title race. Up first this week, we have H for halftime adjustments. As I said, Nebraska started slow, then picked things up in the second half. However, this was more significant than most people realized. Throughout Bo Pelini's tenure, Nebraska has only ever trailed at halftime and then gone on to shut out their opponents 3 times, including last Saturday. The other two, a 13-7 win at Iowa in 2012 and a 32-20 win at home against Baylor in 2008, Bo's first year in the program. The trend shows that it's pretty rare for our teams to adjust that well under Pelini at halftime, and if that can continue, we could be in for something special throughout the second half of this season. Up next is D for Doug McDermott, Northwestern superfan apparently. While Nebraska wants all the credit for the halftime adjustments that resulted in the win on Saturday, you have to give some credit to the former Creighton basketball star. McDermott appeared on the Jumbotron in a Northwestern shirt and even delivered a video message to pump up the Wildcats. McDermott later said that Northwestern contacted him about doing the stunt a few weeks ago and he was actually rooting for the Huskers, but hey, it's fine if he wasn't. I mean, something had to contribute to Northwestern's collapse in the second half other than Nebraska's adjustments, and I wouldn't be shocked if that happened to be when a certain video played. Just don't tell the Chicago Bulls organization that McDermott's locker room presence is so cancerous it causes teams in other sports to do poorly, and he could have a glittering career. Next we have D for deceptive statistics. That's really hard to say. The Big Ten has 4 of the top 5 leading rushers in college football at this point. Nebraska's own Amir Abdullah is one of them, as well as Indiana's Tevin Coleman, Wisconsin's Melvin Gordon, and Minnesota's David Cobb. However, the Big Ten also has only 3 passers ranked in the top 55 for passing efficiency. Furthermore, of all 14 teams in the conference, half of them have 10 passing touchdowns or fewer up to this point in the season. Now, before you go running off to look it up, yes, Nebraska is not one of those teams. However, amongst those 7 teams are Indiana, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. So while yes, the Big Ten does have 4 of the top 5 rushers, 3 of them are on teams who have no other option on offense, and one of them happens to be a superhuman. We here think it's pretty obvious who that is. Finally, we've got B for Bo Shade. Coach Pelini took some time out of the week for preparing for Jersey football to come to throw a little shade at ESPN for its deal with the SEC, saying, "I don't think that kind of relationship is good for college football. Anytime you have a relationship with somebody, you have a partnership. You are supposed to be neutral. It's pretty hard to stay neutral in that situation." Well, ESPN does have ties to every conference in some way or another. There's no denying that its partnership with the SEC is its largest, most lucrative, and open to the most bias, an effect we could see when it comes time to select teams for the college football playoff at the end of the year. However, Bo could just be trying to keep a budding ESPN network from blossoming into the television powerhouse that is the Big Ten network. So maybe we're the wrong ones here. That's it for this week. Be sure to follow us on Twitter @CornFedSports and @CornFedLive for any and all news and coverage of Husker sports. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.